Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. Who doesn't love to watch a bit of sports? Be it on TV or in person, and whether you're an avid fan or simply watch it to pass the time. Besides the game, the players, the atmosphere there are always gems you can find in between, such as embarrassing moments. And on that note, let us get into the 10 most embarrassing moments in sports. Number 10. Jose Mourinho. Manchester United fired Jose Mourinho after a disappointing start to the season and an increasing rift inside the dressing room, which wasn't the first time such a major issue had occurred during his long-winded career. Since then, Mourinho has gone to enjoy life away from football, performing some media work and spending time with his family in his homeland's sunnier, warmer climates. But during a certain Monday, he came crashing down to earth, quite literally, while performing his duties as the special guest starter for the ice hockey match between Avangard Omsk and SKA St. Petersburg in Siberia. Upon tossing the puck between Yevgeny Medvedev of Avangard and Pavel Datsyuk of SKA, Mourinho turned to walk back along the red carpet, only for it to slip under him, sending him crashing on the ice. As Datsyuk helped him back to his feet, Mourinho quickly laughed at the incident, and Medvedev also embraced him while checking on him to see whether he was okay. Number 9. The epic racket smash. Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray both took equal turns destroying their rackets in a hard-fought 3-set final at the Shanghai Rolex Masters. Djokovic won the first match, and he won the best prize for racket breaking for his effort in the first set. Murray added his own entry after losing the first set, but it was no match for Novak's greatest effort. When asked what was going through his mind when he destroyed his frame, he said you wouldn't want to know what he was thinking. He then said that he doesn't see anything bad in showing your emotions, whether they're positive or negative. Novak also thinks it's understandable that they get to show their emotions in this way, and that it's obviously not nice if we break a racket, but it happens once in a while. And they're in the middle of a fight, in the middle of an incredible match. They are also playing for a big trophy, and both of them want to win. P.S. Look away if you've got a soft spot for tennis rackets. Number 8. The overconfident cyclist. This happens pretty much in all sports nowadays, so now this should be a well-known fact. Don't celebrate until the final whistle is blown, until the finish line is officially crossed, or until those in charge have confirmed that you've won. This was the time when a Czech cyclist rode to the finish line and celebrated his new status as a world champion. Sadly though, his dream was shattered quickly when he realized he'd celebrated one lap too soon. Meet Adama Topolik, 19 years of age, at the time in Houston-Zolder, Belgium, taking part in the Under-23's Men's Cyclocross World Championship. He'd stopped pedaling despite the crowd and commentator pushing him to start. His opponents rode past him one by one as he raised his arms in celebration. One could even hear the commenter saying, "Oh no, he thinks he won. No, it's just one race lap to go."
No.
He thinks he's won.
No.
No, it's one lap to go. It would appear that Topolik hadn't heard the bell announcing the final lap. He eventually came in second for the race and admitted that he was an idiot for losing count of laps. Number 7. Celebrating a missed shot. This particular moment will have you rolling in your chairs. Sometimes when you shoot a basketball, it just feels right. For an NBA player, feeling good about a shot almost always means it's going in. Unless, of course, it doesn't. Kemba Walker of the Charlotte Hornets would give anyone a run for his money after this particular incident. The Hornets point guard was so absolutely sure his shot was going in, he turned away and hit him with the shoulders. But then the most shocking thing happened. The shot rimmed out. Yikes. Kemba Walker celebrated with a full-blown shimmy at his errant jumper. Because this is the internet, we measure success in memes. After that night, Kemba had more than a few memes made about him. Take a look at the original video, showing Kemba turning and dancing after a seemingly fortuitous roll off the rim. And then, check out the aftermath under it. Number 6. The cocky boxer. This particular moment will fill you with joy, excitement, and merriment. and remind you of your friend who always likes to show off but is actually just someone who likes to take risks and can't pull anything off. We all know someone who thinks they can do anything. What's worse is if they're those annoying people who are actually good at most things and love to remind you of it. But then, anyone with their cockiness can get a little carried away, or let their guard down and end up looking more stupid than ever before. One place you should never allow that to happen is a boxing ring. Simply because a dude standing just meters away from you, wanting to knock the living daylights out of you. One could put forward the argument that a little showboating in a fight can be alright, but in the middle of the fight, you should certainly not start dancing, which is exactly what Joe Harding did at BCMMA 18 when he faced Johan Segas, who knocked out his opponent in a ridiculous fashion. The knockout blow was delivered as Harding attempted several slick, smooth dancing moves to tease Segas, leaving his head exposed. That meant that Joe would need some medical attention, but fortunately, after that he was okay, and at the same time, hopefully learned a lesson or two. Number 5. The Blindfolded Drunk. After being named co-champion of the 2014 Philippine Basketball Association Dunk Contest, Justin Melton entered the competition in 2015. What no one thought was that he would accomplish the funniest attempt in the history of dunk competitions. He was blindfolded on his second attempt of the first round with the shirt of another teammate. Melton then proceeded to the basket, jumped a few feet off the ground, and threw the ball as hard as he could about 5 feet from the basket. He was, as a result, removed from the competition. Since then, the dunk attempt has become viral and has been shared a countless number of times. Number 4. The Fall of Usain Bolt. Back in 2015, Usain Bolt was knocked down by a cameraman in Beijing shortly after winning a race. He was celebrating his win in the 200-meter sprint at the World Athletics Championships when the cameraman lost control of his motorized scooter as it rolled over a post and crashed into the runner's legs. Bolt did a backward roll and got back on his feet. He briefly rubbed his ankle before continuing to celebrate with fans. He later told reporters that accidents happen, and he had a few cuts, but it was nothing much. The two men came face to face again the next day when the cameraman presented Bolt with a gift, said to be a friendship bracelet, to apologize for the incident. Number 3. The Weak Bodybuilder. Some of the most hilarious gems can be found amongst the audience. During a particular New York Mets game, a bodybuilder was caught on screen as he was unable to open a water bottle, but little did he know the entire audience could see him. After becoming the target of ridicule, he blew up on various social media platforms. To set the record straight, he made it clear that it was not his water bottle, but rather it was a security guard who had been having trouble with it. He claimed that neither he nor the security guard managed to make the cap budge, no matter how much they tried. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Wardrobe malfunction. It seems like this was the worst possible moment for a wardrobe malfunction to occur. While it was only a slip, it happened to a professional swimmer, Celine Van Duyen, during the women's 1-meter spring swimming, Berlin 2014, whilst she was adjusting her costume. It wasn't all that embarrassing, but all eyes all over the world were on her as the television broadcast followed her around as she struggled to put it in its place. This happens quite often, so there's no one to blame, really. Number 1. Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Right before football was banned due to the coronavirus pandemic, this was the last match fans attended, and people thoroughly enjoyed the electric atmosphere. An early strike from Saul Niguez in the Championships League at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium gave Atletico Madrid a 1-0 win over Liverpool. Their coach had told reporters that they hadn't accepted defeat just yet, and that when they played in Liverpool's home stadium, Atletico Madrid would be in for a beating. Then in March, once again, they were defeated by Atletico Madrid. It really was the perfect example of all talk, no action. And that concludes our list of the 10 most embarrassing moments in sports. Let us know in the comment section below which one was the most cringeworthy. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon.